I'm back, sorry, we're 5 minutes late. We're now up to item 20, amendment to the alcohol restrictions in public places bylaw and putting a permanent alcohol ban in Woolston Village. So, do we, yes, here we go. Would you like to sort them out, please? Thank you.
Good afternoon, my name is Gina Marsden. I'm a Senior Policy Analyst in the Strategic Policy team here, and I've got with me Paul McMahon, Chair of the Coastal Burwood-Linwood Community Board. So as you will be aware, we've had a temporary alcohol ban in Woolston Village since December last year. This was made at the request of the Community Board and was put in place to help address some of the alcohol-related issues, particularly the antisocial behaviour that was occurring in the village. Our initial review of how that was going in May showed that stakeholders were very supportive of the ban, and they reported reduced public drinking and reduced alcohol-related litter in the area as well. So on this basis, the council sought wider feedback with a view to making the alcohol ban permanent. So this report in front of you today covers the results of that consultation. Feedback was sought during June, and on the whole, the vast majority of submitters, so 94%, support making the ban permanent. So many of those in support comment that the ban so far has been helping to improve safety in the village, with some suggesting some further extensions to the ban is also considered. The three submitters that we had that were not in support of making the ban permanent raised some concerns that it was unnecessary or wouldn't fulfil its purpose. So staff find that there is good evidence to support having the ban in place, including support from the police. It's important to note that enforcement does sit with the police and they have committed to enforcing it. So based on the results of the consultation and the benefits that we've seen so far, staff are recommending that the Woolston Village alcohol ban is made permanent through an amendment of the council's bylaw, the alcohol restrictions in public places bylaw, and that's an amendment to Schedule 1. It should also be noted that as a result of the submissions received, we're also recommending that the alcohol ban area is just slightly extended to include Glenroy Reserve. And there's a map showing that in your agenda. I think it's page 327 or it's attachment B to your report. And Paul, would you like to add anything?
Thank you very much. Just really pleased to be able to speak to this, and it was something that I started to work on before I was on the community board, and that I hoped would make a difference to my community. I just live on Radley Street there, and it has. There's been a significant reduction in the amount of public drinking and the amount of litter, actually quite an extraordinary reduction in the amount of litter, it's 94% support in the submissions, and inclusion of that little Glenroy Park, which was really an accident, because that park is being used for some public drinking still, but not a whole lot. So I really thank the councillors for their support for the temporary ban, and we're really great to have your support for the permanent ban.
I'm sure we've got someone who's jumping up to move this. Kelly and Sarah second. Question from Councillor Cotter.
Kia ora. The obvious question, for me is that, and it's actually two, but it's one. So the people who are drinking in public places, are they people without homes to drink in? And I mean, if they do have other places they can go, then that we are encouraging them to do that. But if they don't, will this problem be moved somewhere else? So I'm sure you've thought of this, but I'm just wondering what your thoughts are.
It is a mix of people. So the main offenders, because early on, obviously this is something that I'm concerned about, having worked with homeless people in the past. There are two quite distinct groups of people. Yes, there are rough sleepers who don't have somewhere to go, but then there are people who have decided that drinking in the sun on Ferry Road is something good to do, but they do have somewhere to live that is nearby. And the people who were causing the most trouble in terms of public drinking were that second group of people. And Housing First, I've contacted Housing First a number of times, and they have been involved in dealing with some of the issues. That being said, I know that there has been some movement of rough sleepers to Woolston Park, but the police are aware of that and are monitoring it.
Excellent. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Well, I think was any debate? Nope. So I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Against? Thank you very much, Kerry.
Thank you very much.
Very well. Good work. Okay, 21.